What's up, guys? It's Keefe. In today's video, I've got 5 signs that you're a weak man. And in this video, we're going to go into these signs and specifically how you can stop with these signs so that you can be a strong man. Because here's the thing, strong men get the results they want out of life. They have happy lives, meaningful lives. So it's important that you learn how to be a strong man. Now, before we get into that, I made this channel to build better men. So if you're a guy who's out there looking to improve his life, hit the subscribe button and bell icon. I put out new videos every single day to help you do exactly that. So let's get into the video. So the first sign that you're a weak man is that you're emotionally reactive. Strong men have learned to maintain emotional calm in difficult situations. They don't let things knock them off center. The reason that being a weak man comes with being emotionally reactive is because as a man, as a leader in your life, in the lives of the people around you, it is important that you have a stoic demeanor about you in stressful situations. Imagine if the leader of the pack lost all emotional resolve in a difficult situation. How do you think that would affect the members of the tribe? I mean, think about this in your family. As a father, as the patriarch of a family, ultimately, that you will be trying to become, I'm assuming, or maybe you're already that. Well, your girl's going to be looking at you, expecting you to be the strong one, the leader. Your children are looking at you, looking at dad as the strong man who isn't knocked off center. They want to count on you to be there when things get difficult. So it's important to learn to not be emotionally reactive. This involves being detached from situations emotionally. You'll notice when a situation arises that your first reaction is your mind will make a mental idea of what this situation means for you, and then you'll start to play an emotional story. Usually it's a negative story that hits. So what you want to learn to do is learn to take a step back from a situation and maintain clear thinking. Because oftentimes these irrational situations that you get yourself into, they lead to bad decisions, right? Fear overtakes you and you start acting erratic, right? And you make bad decisions. Anger overtakes you and you say something you shouldn't say. Jealousy overtakes you and you do something you shouldn't do, right? Ultimately, maintaining a clear head, looking at a situation for what it is and understanding that you have to just handle what you can handle is so key to being a strong man. This is actually why a lot of times women will test a man that they're in a relationship with to see if he's very reactive, because she wants to know that the man she's going to be with is somebody that when the chips are down, when it's an intense situation, that he's going to be able to handle that situation with strength. If he can't handle her, how's he going to handle the rest of his life, right? So it's important to learn to have this emotional control. The second sign that you're a weak man is that you play the victim. Ultimately, how can you be a strong man if you're convinced that other people are oppressing you and that their actions have more to do with your outcomes than your own actions? One of the great hallmarks of a strong man is that he understands that he needs to focus on specifically what he can control. And he doesn't run around like a chicken with his head cut off about things that he can't control, and ultimately he just accepts those for what he is and focuses on what he can handle. Now, the other end of this, the weak man, he's doing the opposite. He's looking at situations and looking for the things that he can't control. So he has an excuse. He blames somebody else. It's that person's fault that I'm not rich, or it's, the economy has collapsed and that's why I'm not rich, or, it's the girl's fault that she didn't like me, right? It's not me. It must have been her. It's always blaming somebody else. But when you blame somebody else, you can't look personally and figure out how you can improve. And again, if you believe that somebody has that much power over you, that you're a slave to whatever they do, you're a slave to outside circumstances, you're automatically weak. How can you be strong in a situation? How can you actively change your life from that perspective? And hear this, guys. If you truly believe that you are a victim to somebody or some situation, the best thing you can do is become the baddest motherfucker possible so that you can overcome that situation and prove to yourself and to the person who was trying to hold you back or the situation that was holding you back that nothing can stop you from achieving what it is you want to achieve in your life. The third sign you're a weak man is if you're easily suggestible. This just means you haven't thought about things clearly for yourself. Being easily suggestible is when somebody gives you an opinion or an idea about what you should do, and you immediately assume that what they told you is a fact, right? Strong men, on the other hand, they have clear senses of their values, and they have an idea of the direction they're going in their life. So when other people give them advice, they will accept the advice, but they don't take it at face value. They ask themselves, is this true for me? Does this actually make sense? Because guys, opinions are a dime a dozen. Everybody has an opinion. You have an opinion. You probably have opinions about what everybody else should be doing with their lives as well. But if you accept other people's opinions constantly, then you're never going to get to where you want to go in life, because other people are going to project their ideas of what's best for you, or maybe not even what's best for you. They secretly want to see you fail. There are a lot of people who don't want to see you be as great as you could be, and they're going to project all this onto you. And if you keep accepting what they think you should do, you're never going to get where you want to get in life. For example, maybe your parents, right? They probably have an idea and they want the best for you, but they have an idea of a safe, secure path you should take in your life because they want to make sure that you're okay. And that makes sense. But on your hand, maybe it's important for you to go out and risk things, take a chance, and go after what it is that really matters to you. So in this, you can accept the opinion of others. You just don't take it at face value. You think through it. Does this actually make sense for me? And sometimes it will. And then you can have the humility to realize that somebody else knows something you don't know. But you don't just immediately go with what other people tell you to do. The fourth sign is that you need others to approve of your decisions. This just shows a lack of self-confidence and self-trust. Understand that you are going to be responsible for the outcome of the decisions you make. So ultimately, your opinion is the one that matters, not the opinion of others. And a lot of times when we go out here wanting other people to approve of our decisions, it's because we don't believe in ourselves and we're hoping other people can confirm to us that what we're doing is a good idea. Now, maybe you're somebody you haven't ever really tried doing something big and bold that's against the grain. And so the idea of doing something that everybody else thinks is a bad idea or everybody else is doing something different sounds kind of intimidating. So start with baby steps if you want to work on this, right? Just start asking yourself if a situation is true to you, right? Maybe maybe everybody thinks that going out on Friday night to get drunk is a good idea. But you ask yourself, is this true to me, or is the truth for me? I want to go build this massive business and be in great shape and have this awesome lifestyle, right? So perhaps for me, the truth isn't going out on Friday night. The truth is me studying, grinding, working on my purpose and improving myself. That's going against the grain, and that's a good place to start. And then from there, you just work on improving this and you get more and more confident in your own ability to make decisions for yourself. The fifth sign is that you let obstacles stop you. Understand a big distinction between weak and strong men. Weak men see obstacles, strong men see opportunities. A good example of this is the stock market. So a lot of people, when the stock market's going up, they invest in the market, right? They're like, oh, great, get rich quick, right? That's what they're thinking. And then the market starts going down, and what they do, they sell out of the market. So they bought while the price was high, and they sold while the price was low. So what does this mean? They lost money because they saw an obstacle. They didn't see the opportunity that the smart investor sees when he sees the market going down, and he says, great, now I'm going to make more money on my investment because I'm getting a cheaper price, right? Now, you can apply this to all areas of your life. One of the hallmarks of a strong man is he sees a situation that is a perceived negative and figures out how to use it to his advantage. This can be done in so many different ways. For example, if we're in a recession and you're trying to start a business, well, that means while everyone else is contracting, you have an opportunity to expand and take market share, right? This works in all areas of your life. Figure out the things that you perceive as negatives. How can I flip this to my advantage? Maybe it's something like you feel like it's a negative that you live with your parents or something like that. Well, perhaps in your case, you could look at that and say, well, I'm saving money on rent, right? So now I have more money to invest in my purpose, right? And the things I want to accomplish, right? All kinds of different areas. Perhaps you're somebody you could say, a lot of guys talk about, I have a hard time putting on muscle. Well, the guys who have a hard time putting on muscle are also the guys who have a hard time putting on fat. So you could flip it the opposite way and say, well, this is great because I can eat as much as I want basically and focus on growing my muscle, and it'll be super easy for me to cut the fat back off when I'm ready to do so. So again, looking at every situation, figuring out how can I turn a perceived negative to a positive. Don't let obstacles stop you. See obstacles as opportunities. If you got something out of this video, give me a like so I can reach more guys through the algorithm. Hit the bell icon and subscribe button so you don't miss new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.